Expectations for a wave of mega IPOs by the likes of SpaceX and OpenAI could add trillions of dollars in value to the stock market, but attention is already shifting to what will follow the new listings and how investors can tap into the next generation of space and AI innovators. Joining us on set for more is Alumni Ventures Managing Partner Laura Rippy. Laura, great to have you with us.
Glad to be back.
And actually, we're speaking to you on a day where you saw an AI-adjacent name go public, X Energy, which is your portfolio company.
Absolutely, yeah. So X Energy started trading today. It's a small modular reactor, nuclear reactor company. Pretty interesting because it's, there's a whole stack of these. We've got 12 investments at Alumni Ventures in nuclear, so we're pretty close to it. And this is the first one to go public that was greeted, I think, with pretty strong response. Hot space, super hot space. So we got in about $1 billion valuation, and I think it's about a $10 billion now in terms of trading.
Drinks on you.
There you go. That's it. So the market has been open, particularly to AI-adjacent names. You had a quantum name go public last week.
Xanadu,
So there are certain hot pockets. Is that what we're going to see in 2027, beyond the big ones?
I do. I think part of what happens with these big IPOs that we're seeing is that there also will be a wave of new startups afterwards. Not just the ones that are going public, and that's exciting, but then the next generation. It's sort of the... if we remember the PayPal mafia or the Facebook mafia, for SpaceX, for sure, we've already seen those startups happen. So it's the wave of the next public companies, and then the whole sort of entrepreneurial ecosystem gets re-energized when the IPO market starts, because folks leave and start their own new companies with the capital that they get from being an employee.
There is that lag, though, obviously.
There's a little lag. So SpaceX is so interesting since it's been private for such a long time, right? Over 2 decades. Some of those early employees have already started and begun to build companies. So we have a few of those. Impulse Space is one where it was the first employee at SpaceX. He was there for 2 decades, Tom Mueller. He started his own company after that, and now Impulse Space is big enough that, hey, they might be on that IPO path as well. So SpaceX, I think, is a little different just because it's been private for so long, and there's been a little bit of secondary action as well. And when folks get a little of that capital available, they see where they can go.
So glad to see you in person. Congrats on the 2 IPOs. So when that happens, how do you think about managing the position in the portfolio from here?
Yeah. So Alumni Ventures, just as a recap, we invest in venture-backed companies. That's how our individual investors join us. We have about 11,000 of them. That's our charter. So as the companies go public, we obviously are part of the lockup that everyone else is, and then we judiciously choose a path to exit because we believe that our investors chose us as our private markets expertise, and they can then take the decision of whether or not they want to repurchase that company once it's public. So we slowly exit carefully over a period of time with, really measured approach.
How dependent do you think the portfolio companies that you have that are planning to go public, how dependent will their reception in the public markets be based on how the bigger ones get received? Because I would imagine that the trading will be slightly different. These are companies that have been, private for much longer. They have done a lot of private fundraising, even into the IPO date.
That's right.
So
That's right.
It's not like a lot of price discovery.
Watch. So let's come back to this and watch it. So it's a company called Hawkeye. They filed to go public. So they're not out yet, but it's a space company. Really unique space company in that it uses RF signals to give defense intelligence. So here you have SpaceX going public at $1.8 trillion, and then you have Hawkeye that maybe will raise a couple $2 billion. They'll be smaller. What's that delta? I think you've asked a really great question, Melissa. We'll see where the sort of aura of the category brings to from the space category goes to that one. I think we will certainly see it in the nuclear space. So obviously, X Energy coming out today, we have a queue of companies that are going to cross a really important finish line on July 4th. So you may not know this about nuclear, but President Trump had a executive order in the end of the summer that said there will be this line in the sand on July 4th about criticality. And there's 10 companies that are racing to that. Probably, the ones that get through that milestone, they could go public too. So then you'll have X Energy and others, and it might bring the whole small nuclear reactor space, the SMR space, into broader access to more people.